Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is KP, and I just wanted to give a little inspirational video about knowing your worth and to leave toxic relationships, whether it be um, with friends or an ex, and just know your worth. And I know that this video, there's some of my subscribers that I used to try to reach out to more personally, like on Zoom. Shout out to y'all. I saw Nina's Journey join my chat um a couple of videos ago, and I was glad to see you, Nina's Journey. I hope that you're doing well. Shout out to you, um Little Mama Kodak Moments. I haven't heard from you in a while. I need to check on you. And there's a couple of others. Good morning. What's going on with you? What's going on with you? What you got? What's up with you? Oh, I'm just talking, just giving some inspirational testimony um to walk away from toxic relationships and when things I'm glad that you're doing good, Dragon. You're chilling. What you got going on? I just got out of school and I'm just giving some inspirational videos because I got a couple of text messages from some sisters of mine who said that my videos are inspirational, and I know one really well, but the other one, I'm not saying that I'm not trying to get to know her, but I just want to just throw out some videos to inspire you young women, and even if you're not a young woman, just people out there to know your worth and to not stay in toxic relationships. Just from experience, for instance, when I decided to become sober, my husband at the time, he didn't support me and he still continued to drink around me. He didn't support me at all, and it was toxic. And so I decided to walk away from that relationship, and I think that it's best before it can turn into domestic violence. Did I have a couple of domesticated disputes with my ex when I was drinking? Most definitely I did. And I know there's a lot of people that have domesticated disputes like that. And some of us can go to counseling, and you've been chilling today. Oh, you love it over here? Well, thank you. I'm glad that you love it over here. Keep coming back. Don't forget to hit that like button. I probably sound tired, but that's okay. I just wanted to say shout out to you, Angela, because I know that you're watching. Shout out to my sponsee in Palm Springs. I know that you're in Ohio right now. I'm glad that you've had a safe trip. Um, I don't like no toxic relationships. Yeah, toxic relationships are no good. They drain you. And it's good to just let it go and focus on yourself. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not focusing, especially when you have children involved. You just focus on yourself, focus on the kids, don't focus on the past. That's why I love that's why I love the ninth step promises, where it reads, don't regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. I don't regret the past, and I don't shut the door on it, but I move forward, and I'm so grateful. I mean, y'all, you don't even know. I'm a miracle because my ex, he moved to Louisiana, got a whole girlfriend, still is technically my husband, but I didn't drink over it. I guess you would say that essentially he walked away, but I um I also walked away because I had the opportunity to get back with that relationship, but I did an inventory. And if you think about it, it's good to thank you for hitting the like button. It's good to do an inventory, just like when I was talking about alcoholism. I'm going to talk about alcoholism again tomorrow, episode 2. I'm going to be doing the episodes and chronicalize. I'm so tired. These videos. Um, tell you something, my friend is in pain, and I want to have relationships or not. At the end of the day, focus on your kids. It's the most important thing. Oh, he's talking to his cat. There's this man who has these cats that follow him like they're dogs. Yes, focusing on your kids at the end of the day and making and focusing on your higher power of your understanding is it's great. Because you know some people that I've observed on here, thank you. Some people that I've observed on this app and just in life, you know, I've also been you know, guilty of this. You're codependent. You care too much about the next person and their happiness, and in turn, it's hurting you. You know, I used to do stuff like go to the liquor store and buy my ex alcohol, even though I know it bothered me, just because I thought that that was just something that I needed to do. But you have to set boundaries, you know, because if you don't set boundaries, you're going to end up miserable, and misery loves company. And I love that movie where it's that movie I Can Do All Bad by Myself. That title speaks volumes. You can do all bad by yourself, or you can get rid of the toxic relationship and you can focus on yourself. Um, meditating at least once a day, even if it's for 2 minutes, is really good. Meditate on a positive affirmation. I know this one positive affirmation that I used to meditate on. I am energy. I am powerful. Um, I know that there's somebody who might be watching who recently, you know, and if you're in a toxic relationship and somebody's put their hands on you, whether it be a man or a woman, you don't deserve that. No one deserves to be, you know, to be abused at all. So if you're in a toxic relationship, I advise you make sure to set boundaries. I hope and pray that you never have to endure any of those experience again. I pray in Jesus' name that you are covered with protection and discipline. And I also pray that if you have a significant other in your relationship, wait, let me tell you, don't nobody, don't nobody, yeah, be yourself. I mean, I don't like how, yeah, yes, that's good. Yes, you're a wonderful man, Dragon. You have to just, you know, make sure that you take good care of yourself and love on yourself. And and if you're in a toxic relationship and it's getting physical, get out of it. Get out of the physical, domesticated relationship. If you're in a relationship and your spouse is drinking and it's affecting the home or it's affecting your relationship, I know it might be hard, but sometimes the best thing is to walk away and just to focus on yourself. Um, I praise God. I don't know how I made it. I remember I was 17 months sober, and my ex and I, we used to be drinking buddies. And when I stopped drinking, he continued. And and I'm grateful that I know my worth. Even though he's my husband, I knew that if I continued to be around someone in that type of that lived that way, our whole lifestyles changed, even though we were husband and wife. I became sober, he continued to drink. And it just I just didn't want to live like that anymore. And I prayed to God many nights, ask asking what should I do, because the way I was raised, you just kind of like, you know, you just kind of you get through it. and I tried to get through it. But if you are someone that has been, physically harmed by your significant other, I pray that you have the strength, if you're able to get out of that situation, and and know your worth and be good to yourself. I'm tired. But I have to say that, since even though it would be wonderful for families to be whole, there's nothing like have raising kids in a toxic home when the mom and dad are fighting. I think honestly it's better for them to be with one sane, healthy parent than seeing two parents fighting and carrying on, and making the home toxic. Yes, don't let anybody steal your joy. Oh my gosh. Seriously, let me tell you something. Even people in your own family, the enemy will work through them, because I had a situation today, and I had a situation today, and I recognize how much I've grown through sobriety, because I've lost my father at a very young age, and I used to hate my mother for living. I'm going to keep it real. I used to be very, even in my drinking days, I used to, when my mother would talk about my father, I would be, very angry with her. And I've changed. I've shared on this channel, and she shared on my channel, that my mother, she has bipolar disorder. And today we had a situation, and I realized how much I've grown, because there would be times where my mother, she would say things about my father, who I love so much, God rest his soul. She would say things about him, and it would really bother me, to the point to where I would verbally disrespect her and drink into oblivion and just continue. It was toxic. I wasn't always respectful. I was not. And today we had an issue, and I remember my father used to always tell me before he passed away, Keisha, be patient with your mother, and because of the issues that she has. And my mother, she said something to me today that I was shocked how much I've grown. And I just told her, can you please stop, because you're triggering me? Because even though I have 5 years of sobriety, I'm still human. I still have feelings, and so I know that it says honor thy mother, but when you are drinking or drugging, sometimes you forget about that. And so I was so grateful the way that I handled the situation. Mm, yeah, I understand. And I'm sure that there was also a little bit of that in my mother's story as well, dual diagnosis, but I know that and I used to care, because I know that there's people watching on YouTube and on Facebook that are my family. But you know what? If you don't like it, just don't watch the channel. This is my channel, the KP channel. And but there's certain relationships you cannot cut off completely, like I can't cut my mother off completely, but there are times where you could respectfully take a break, and you can forgive. Like when she was coming at me the way that she was today, even though it hurt me, like I could feel my heart breaking the way she was speaking to me. The first thing I thought was, how can my mother speak to me this way? And the second thing I thought was, I need to forgive her. I need to forgive her, because I cannot afford to hold on to this anger. Because if I held on to the anger, then it could lead me to drink again. And I know people will say, why would you do that? You're 5 years sober. Because I would if I held on to it. So I had to forgive her. And I couldn't hang on to, oh, she always has to have the last word or whatever. I couldn't hold on to that. I had to be like, okay, mom, okay, but I let her know, like, what you said hurt me. I didn't call her out of her name. I respectfully told my mother, I said, what you said hurt me. And it triggered me. And I need you to give me some space, please. And so, but we don't go to bed mad. At the end of the day, we both, I've communicated with her that I love her, and she did apologize for the things that she said. And it might not be the way that I liked her to apologize, but hey, she still apologized about it. Hey, good evening, Emils. Yeah, it's like, I don't know if I'm the only one who does this. If you have kids or if you live with people, family, I'm not off work. I got out of school, and I don't go in the house right away. I sit in the car and I just kind of think. I sit in the car and I just think about the day. And it's the end of my week, and I'm grateful. But yeah, love and tolerance is my code. It's the code of the program that I work. And I love my mother and I tolerate her, even though, excuse me, it could get toxic. Now, my ex, I have love for him and I tolerate him. Why? We have children together. I need to. It's for the benefit of the children. I have to tolerate him. I'm not in love with him, but I have love for the man and I tolerate him. Okay? Have some time for yourself, a thing or two. Get your mind right. Yeah, because as soon as I get up, because I got three boys, but they're all three not there right now. But they're like, mama, mama, mama. They're good. I'm blessed. But it's the end of the week for me. I'm gonna go to the gym again in the morning. I'm gonna do a morning talk. Deal. Yeah, deal with. Good evening. Get your mind right. Mm-hmm. Yes. I am just so grateful that I don't live the way that I live. I might start talking about confessional, because I just think about how I used to be. I used to drink 750 milliliters of whiskey almost every 2 days. And even when I was going to college, I would get out of school and I would go straight to the liquor store. And I'm so grateful. There's definitely a newfound freedom and newfound happiness. I know I'm kind of going off of the topic of toxic relationships, but another thing, you don't always have to have the last word. It's exhausting to always have to have the last word when you're getting into it with someone. I'm chewing some gum, but and I got some more coconut water. I'm dehydrated, thirsty. I love this coconut water. I am so grateful. I'm not gonna even lie. When I was very triggered, and I thank God that I don't have to drink over my problems. Yes, you love your mama at the end of the day. And you know what? I would hate for the last thing, if anything were to happen to both of us, either of us, I would hate for the last thing to be like, you know, last thing that we talk would be an argument or not. I love you. I love my mother. I love her. And I don't want it to be like that, no matter what she says about my father. And that's one thing I learned as well, from my mother, is how to be a different type of mother. I'm not going to say better, but I was just like, I'm just going to be different. I'm not perfect, but I don't think it's good to talk about the father or the other parent in a negative way in front of the children, even if they're adults. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's not easy. It is not easy, because I could tell you what, like when that situation happened with my mom, I was like, dang, I could drink. Oh my gosh, speak up. Her ears must be ringing. She's calling me right now. I'm just gonna ask her to please text me. I mean, I forgive her, definitely, but at the same time, I need my space. I can't, I get out of school. Sometimes I don't want to talk. Sometimes I don't want to talk to nobody. Sometimes I don't even want to look at this app. Like, honestly, after I get off of this, I'm going to go upstairs because I know they already had dinner. I'm going to take a shower and I really want to crawl in the bed and go to sleep. I'm exhausted. I don't feel like entertaining any type. Like, that's just how I feel right now. I'm not saying I don't want to talk to nobody, but I just want to relax. I really do. School is exhausting in a good way, but it's like I'm drawing blood every day. I gotta take care of me. It's only 8:39. I kind of want to go into the hot tub. I have my swimsuit on underneath here. I kind of want to go in there and relax, but I could literally go to bed. I'm just about to get up there, take a shower, and go to bed. It's only 8:40 here where I'm at. Where you and Emil's at, it's probably, I don't know, maybe it's 8, 9, it's probably like 12 o'clock at night. It's only 9, no, 8:40 right now, and I could definitely go to bed. And another thing, I was just thinking about the Serenity Prayer, and I put on some music, or not music, I put on the video of me and my aunt singing, and I love my mother. Oh, it's 11:40. Ooh, it's late. I would have been asleep. I couldn't be up till 11:40. I would be asleep right now. Oh, yeah, toxic. I feel, even though sometimes I feel lonely, and sometimes I feel like I wish I had a partner. Um, I'd rather be by myself than be in the toxic marriage that I was in. We fight all the time, fight in front of the kids. Um, Me going through his phone, finding him talking to other females, or like, when a man start, I know everybody has a lock on their phone, but when a man or a woman has a lock on their phone and you don't know the code, you know something is up for real. Oh, you just woke up? Um, Wait, what? Hold on, my mom just sent me something. What? Hold on. What? Oh my God. I'm not entertaining none of that. It's just uh-uh. Nope. Nope. I don't even know how to answer. I don't even know how to answer what she texts me right now. God grant me the serenity. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, the wisdom no difference. My aunt used to tell me, or she still does. I don't know if you ever read somebody's text or they're coming at you something. It's like you're trying to make it make sense. And it's like you just don't understand where they're coming from. And my aunt would say, see, you trying to make it make sense. It's not gonna make sense because it doesn't make sense. And I don't have time to entertain like what was going on. Like I feel like we're good right now. We're good right now. And I'm just gonna say, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. I cannot change whatever she's asking me. I just don't understand it. Maybe I'm not trying to understand it. The courage to change the things I can. I could just say good night. I love you, and the wisdom to know the difference. I don't even know. I have no idea. I don't live in her household anymore. And I went over there and I'm grateful. I had to get I have a very old Honda Odyssey and the radiator went out. And I was blessed to have the neighborhood mechanic in my mom's area to fix it for a very nice discounted price, way less than they were going to charge me in the shop. So I was over there before school, and she's asking me something that I don't know what she's talking about. And I kind of feel like my mother's having like empty nest syndrome, because my sister, she's in her mid 20s, or she's 20, going to be 23. She's 23, and she moved out and she lived there for a while. I moved out a long time ago. I moved out when I was like 19. But now my mom's at the house with just, her and her boo. And she just be texting me and calling me about things here and there. And I get it. I get it. But Lord have mercy. Before, you know what? This is what I suggest. You go to counseling before you get married. You go to counseling. I hope one of these days you give me a good advice since you've been married. I've been married twice. I'm not good at it. I'm just kidding. I'm just like, you don't want no advice from me. Don't drink alcohol. Don't be an alcoholic. I'm married before. I'm about to get married, so I hope you give me good advice. Okay, I can give you advice. Go to counseling, marriage counseling before you get married. Make sure that make sure that you guys don't have any substance abuse. Like, you don't abuse substances. Don't get with anybody that has substance abuse. And if you get somebody that has mental health issues, make sure that they are accountable for those mental health issues, and make sure that they take their meds if they need to. I'm just, I'm not, this, it's no joking matter. Just really get to know each other. Don't marry for circumstance. Don't marry that. Okay, I cannot. Don't just do it. Don't do it for money. Don't do it for, don't do it for all that, because I could definitely say my first husband, well, I married him out of circumstance, for real. That's a whole nother story. It didn't turn out well. But, the second one, I could say I loved him. I did. That was love. That was love. It was. The first one it wasn't so much love, too much. So, and that's real. I was young. I was drunk. I was drunk, seriously. I got married the first time when I was 22. Got married from 22 till I was like 22 until I was 27 or 28. And then the second one, I was 31 and counting. I'm going through it right now. Recovering. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't marry for love really the first time. I was like, I married for circumstance. And I drank over that for like 6, 7 years. That was not good. Nope. Wasn't about the love. No, it wasn't. Yeah, I don't know how many times I can say it was about the love. But anyway, I'm being honest. Yeah, that's right. I am. What I'm going to tell you some. Okay. That seems like you got a chance. Have you guys ever seen each other in person? Yeah, that's great. If you seems like you got a chance, for real. And I think it's good when you can talk to somebody, like have a genuine, nice conversation, like those talks when you're on the phone and you don't want to get off, and that's a good start. Being friends and being able to talk to each other. That's a great sign towards a beautiful marriage. Being friends. Well, bless your heart. Oh, she's been married? It's kind of hard around these days to find somebody who hasn't been married yet. Oh, for the last 7 years. I'm gonna keep it real. For me personally, but see, this is just me talking. Maybe just because I'm still in it. Um, I can't even think about getting married again. I'm just like, mm-mm. I don't know. Maybe like I can't even think about it because I'm still working on me right now. And honestly, I like sleeping by myself. I know that sounds like when I think about it, and people I know have been married for years, but I've been married for like half my life. The first one was all right, but like I said, it was just like that's a whole nother story. But the second one, I felt like we were in love. We had a child. Yeah. On one of these days, she's gonna come down. Have you ever met her in person, or has this been an online relationship? I pray for you. I pray that that works out for you, Dragon. But yeah, some of us men and women, some men and women that's been married twice before, is like, let's just be friends. I just want a friend. Let's just be friends. I just my aunts, they'll be like, you could have a friend. I used to hear, now that I'm older and I've been married twice, now friend is, I get it now. When I would hear, I don't know if you remember your aunts or uncles be like, yeah, that's my friend. That's my friend. That's wonderful. That's great. That's good. Drinking my coconut water. Look at me in this car sitting in the dark. I need to go upstairs. Oh, yeah, get out of toxic relationships. Make sure that you have a friend. Nothing's wrong with it. Yeah, that's right. Having a friend, you know. But yeah, I don't want to fall asleep out here in this car. So I'm about to go get comfortable. If I don't have school tomorrow, if I feel like getting on here chatting about whatever, I'm definitely going to do a morning talk. I think I'm going to do it at my desk this time upstairs after I take the kids to school and have actually some topics about, to get more in depth about alcoholism because I feel like that's what I really want to talk about. I've been blessed with 5 years of sobriety, and I want to continue to share what I've learned, what what I struggle with, and just to inspire others that don't really know too much about this disease so they can know more about it. And if you feel like you have it, know more about yourself. And that's all. That's it, and that's all. Toxic relationships. It feels good not to be in it anymore. It's like, there are times where I was in a toxic relationship and it took me a minute to get used to just the peace, the serenity and peace of not having to fight every day, not having to second guess what I'm saying or saying if I said it right or said it wrong or anything like that. If I had to, even though, like I said, I can get lonely sometimes, but it's all right. I will take being by myself over that toxic relationship any day of the week. Oh, it's so much peace. It's so quiet. I don't have to worry about nothing. I don't have the what I don't miss seeing alcohol everywhere when I'm trying to stay sober. That was the worst. That's more I can get more into that when I'm talking on episode 2. What does alcoholism look like? For real. You met each other on TikTok. Okay. Well, God bless you. Good luck to you in your relationship, Dragon. Sometimes I feel like I want one, but I'm really happy where I'm at right now. But one of these days I'll have a friend that might move towards, into something else. But you know, um, my friend that I met at the bar, he just accepted my friend request. So, you know, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. But it is what it is. I'm surprised, like, I don't go out on dates. No one's offered to take me out to dinner. I don't know what's wrong. Maybe I don't put myself in the position. Oh, wait. We known each other for almost, okay. You got me confused. I'm not trying to fact check you, Dragon, but I thought you said you was talking for 6, 7 years, but you've been talking for 6 months. I don't know. Maybe I'm tired. Okay. God bless you and everything you're going through. I hope you have a wonderful relationship and I hope it works out. But yeah, it's the best when you can really talk to someone, And I'm tired. Okay, so I'm just gonna end this right here and I'm gonna go get ready to relax. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank you for watching. Know your worth. Know your worth. Yes, I can't stress that much more, but just being good to yourself. And yeah, I'm sleepy. There was a party at school. They had all this food. I'm having a sugar coma. We had some cake and we had some pizza. That whole workout didn't even matter today, but it wasn't. Yeah, he has chips and salsa. It was good. All right. Good night, y'all.